Mafia, are you ready?
He said, are you ready?
This is Brotherly Love Wrestling Podcast, your first stop for everything professional wrestling. So sit back and enjoy wrestling talk at its finest with your hosts, Larry Hall and Joe Corrado.
You got it. I mean, I almost say it's going to be tough. I saw this announced today. It's this team called the Now. They're brand new. They were part of the submissions for the Crockett Cup tournament. Mr. Corgan put up an option for people to submit their resumes, basically, to get into the tournament. This is one of those teams. So they're off the independent scene. They're coming in. And then, unfortunately, possibly for them, they drew you guys in the very first round. Any thoughts on that?
Hey. Can we take a moment? Can we take a moment and have some prayer for these boys?
Is that probably a good idea? Probably a good idea.
Yeah, a moment of silence.
Go ahead. Yeah, Lord, please bless these boys' souls after we send them on their way. In Jesus' name, amen.
Okay. All right. Well said. Well said.
So we call them the Now. That's what they call themselves.
Now?
We the Now, the yesterday, and the tomorrow. Understand that, boys. Flavor of the month is a beautiful thing, but it only lasts 1 month.
Welcome, everybody, to Brotherly Love Wrestling. And our guest today will be a part of the Crockett Cup, March 19th, March 20th, Fairgrounds. They are the Now, Hale Collins, Vik Dalishus, coming to you together for the first time on our show.
Well, yeah, we make miracles happen for you guys. How do we sound? Is it good?
You
sound perfect.
Good. See, your audio and video are actually perfect right now.
I'm happy Vik's here because now the Zoom works, you know?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So.
Just so you want to zoom in on us.
Oh! We don't want to see no.
We're not ready for that yet.
You saved that.
You had tickets to the gun show tonight, did you?
No, we didn't order that. It must have been that second workout. He did fucking arms. I got to hit the buys real hard again. Hold on. I got a fucking show.
So, guys, before the show, we played the clip from another podcast that your opponents in the Crockett Cup, the Briscoes, made an appearance on this podcast, and they said that the Now was the flavor of the month, but that only lasts a month. So that they think they're going to go through you guys pretty quickly, and they even held a prayer for you. So what is your response to the Briscoes saying this and just kind of looking past you guys at the Crockett Cup?
Is that what you took away from it, that they were looking past us?
I took it as if they were looking past you. That's not a good thing because you have to be living in the now. What's in front of you is right now. What's past you is the future. That is never a good idea.
Never. And quite frankly, the analogy they gave is pretty apropos because if you're the flavor of the month, you are the flavor right now. And the thing about us is we're always the flavor of the month. We're always now. So in their genius way, you are correct. We are the antithesis of the flavor of the month. Right now.
So stepping into the NWA and the Crockett Cup, I mean, how did you guys prepare for this? Was this a last minute thing? Were you guys preparing for this the whole time? Were you holding out on us? That's what I really want to know.
Well, when you live in the now, you're always prepared. So we stay ready. We stay ready, always ready. The Briscoes like to go on and right now their main focus is FTR. Their main focus is the Hardys. All I hear about is the Briscoes saying this about FTR, saying this about the Hardys. Well, they can keep doing that because nothing better than the Briscoes not focused, right? So they can look past us all they want, but when it comes to the time, when the time is now, What do you think? I think that we absolutely can't think for 1 second that the Briscoes aren't focused, because the Briscoes have already determined that they need 4 wins over the course of the Crockett Cup weekend. And they said out of their own mouths that anything less than a win that weekend would be considered a failure. Well, in order for you boys, Dem Boys, to get 4 wins, that means we got to be your win number 1. And the problem that we have with that is that we do not plan on any other moment other than what's going to happen right there in the middle of that ring in round 1. And if you make the mistake of thinking that we aren't prepared, if you make the mistake of thinking we haven't waited for this moment our entire lives, then you are making the mistake of a lifetime. Because that weekend is the absolute opportunity for the Briscoes, for the NWA, for everybody in the Crockett Cup, and every single person in the wrestling world to get acquainted once again with Vik and Hale, the Now. By the way, tickets are on sale right now. Right now. NWAtickets.com, I believe. Right on.
Inspirational and informative and a cheap plug for ticket sales. It was the best of all worlds, of course.
Well, now you know where to get the tickets, so I'll see you there. You know, it's infuriating to sit and watch a team that's literally going to be your competition, and it's literally the opportunity you've waited for your whole life, and watch them dismiss you. Okay? Because nobody's ever dismissed them.
They've been locked away for 20 years in Ring of Honor.
Locked away.
Locked away.
Now they're out free. And everybody, when they see their name across from the Briscoes, they're supposed to be scared. You even read the headline that came from the NWA. We're not sure if this is even a good thing. It's probably a bad thing for those guys. I promise you, this is the best thing that could have ever happened, not only to us, but to the Briscoes and to the NWA. Because you have 2 guys right here that do not stop. We do not care about the consequences of our actions. And that night, we are walking through that round 1 with a victory. And when we get to round 2, we'll talk about it then. But we are focused very, very much on the Briscoes, and they are focused on round 2, round 3, round 4. There ain't gonna be a round 2, 3, and 4, boys. You got to get past us. 2 guys who, when you find out who we are, deserve this opportunity, and we will not let it pass us by.
There's nothing like a tournament in March. I mean, I can't think of any other tournament in March besides the Crockett Cup. But I smell, dare I say, a Cinderella story.
Look, a 15 seed doesn't matter. Anything can happen.
You know, those guys, they had their brackets, they've had play-ins, they had all of the teams lined up, and there was just 1 spot left. 1 spot. And every single team out there was looking and waiting for that announcement. But in came the wrestling ghosts. We're the 2 guys that everybody seemed to forget about. We're the 2 guys of all of your wrestling past and your presents and your futures. The Now, our timeline isn't linear. Okay, our timeline is forever on a loop.
Man, that's good.
And what you guys are going to find out is that the time is now for our ascension up the ranks to the next level. And it's going to be all of you coming with us.
Well, I think that I am very excited for the Crockett Cup to come. I'm interested to see how the Now fare in that tournament with, I mean, very, very decorated tournament for one of the most prestigious tag team titles in all of wrestling, one of the most historied tag team titles in all of wrestling. Some people may forget that there is more than just 2 companies now, or 2.5 companies, depending on what you want to consider AEW and Ring of Honor right now. But NWA should not be slept on. NWA is tradition.
Yeah. And tradition is one of those things that you have to respect it, know your history, or you will be doomed to repeat it. The NWA Crockett Cup started with a team winning it with spikes on their shoulders, face paint, and their fearless attitude. And what you'll find out with all the teams is they have just a little bit of all of those aspects, but no team, that will be in the Crockett Cup has all of the aspects, all of the hunger and determination, the fierce and the fightness that you'll find from Vik and Hale. We are what the Crockett Cup is. That's why we were chosen. That's why the powers that be at the NWA couldn't pass us by. When they saw what we were capable of, they heard what we had as our plan for the NWA. When we showed them we were going to take that A, we were going to cross it out and throw a big old O in there and make it the now. Right at the end of that Crockett Cup, they were all in. Yeah, they were all in. We can't wait.
Now I'm assuming that they flipped the letters too, or did they?
Yeah.
They didn't make them the NWO.
No, we have to move them in.
We had to move a letter.
Take A out, move O in the middle.
L, and then okay, so it's not NWO.
So
it's now.
in there. Yeah. If you could just make that graphic for us, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
That's our job, and we shall do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
So, guys,
I'm a visual learner. That would be great.
Thank you so much for coming on, talking about this with us. We love hearing from you guys, and we cannot wait to see the entire Crockett Cup, but absolutely, at least in our eyes, we can't wait. Briscoes now, we know the work that you guys have put in over your careers. It's not like them saying you're new to wrestling. We know different. We know how long you guys put in, how much work you put in. So we can't wait.
Very decorated career as well.
Yes, absolutely. And can't wait to see you guys go up against the Briscoes. I mean, there's 4 veterans of professional wrestling in there. It's going to be an amazing match.
Two different styles too. Styles that you guys haven't really worked in quite some time, correct?
Yeah, good point. And it will be a part of us that we actually have kept hidden away for a long time, because when it comes out, it's hard to put it back in the bottle.
Hale jumps off shit when that comes out.
Yeah. We love you guys. We love the Brotherly Love Wrestling podcast. Thank you guys for having us on. Awesome, Thank you, NWA, for the opportunity to be in this tournament, the Crockett Cup. It's a huge honor. And thank you, Briscoes, for signing your name on the other side of that contract. We will see you March 19th in Nashville, Tennessee. You can get your tickets at nwatix.com, and you can also order it from Fight TV.
All right, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you for letting me.